What is going on, you sexy mofos? Today's 110 degrees in LA. This is the Carrera GT. I'm Alejandro, and let's talk about cars, yo. Hit it, Pedro. In today's episode of Let's Talk About Cars, yo, we're going to talk about the GT2 RS. This is why I'm sitting in the Carrera GT, and also about the fact that I went to Goodwood for free, thanks to Goodwood and McLaren, and I ended up spending over $800,000 in cars. So, good for me. One of those cars will be the GT2 RS, and the reason why I want to talk about the GT2 RS again is because it was officially announced and offered at Goodwood for the first time on July 1st. I know that everyone was talking about the car being sold out and 1,000 units made. That's absolute horseshit. Now, the car is officially sold out, but it's not really, because we haven't gotten official production numbers, which is very interesting. There's a badge inside of the car, but it doesn't have a production number. He's not going to tell us how many cars they're going to make. And they're saying that Porsche wants to punish, this is a rumor obviously that I heard while I was at Goodwood, they want to punish those car flippers that get the car and before they drive it are sending it off. So what they want to do is offset that market by creating more allocations, destroying that for those guys who want to do the quick flip. I think it's smart. I think it's absolutely deserved. And also, they're going to make more cars. So that means more of us are going to be able to buy one. Yes, I'm getting one. I already got my email confirmation on it. We're going to talk about that in a second. So while we were at Goodwood, they unveiled the car. Number one, when I looked at it, I almost started crying. I've never had that reaction towards a car that I've been looking forward so much to. And no weird sexual stuff happened. So don't worry about that. It's so fucking beautiful. Now, why are we making such a big deal about the 2RS? Let me explain to you guys who don't know a lot about Porsche. The GT2 RS and the GT2 have always been Porsche's fastest 911. They're the most mental one, the quickest one, and in the past they've been called the Widowmakers because they're rear-wheel drive with the engine on the back, and not all of them, but the first ones didn't have any assistance on, so a lot of people were dying, crashing, destroying them because there's just too much power on the back to control. So now, what's the big deal about these cars aside from they're extremely dangerous and extremely fast? These are the fastest cars in the world when they come out normally. So this is why not only it's going to be or attempting to be the fastest car in the world around the track, it's going to be a car that you can take to the track, destroy everyone, and go back home, no problem. So these cars are becoming more daleable, even though they're more extreme. That's the really exciting thing about this car. This is going to be that car that's going to destroy everything and everyone, and afterwards you're going to go to the grocery store, buy your wife a turkey, and then stuff it at home, if you know what I'm saying. Number one, the first thing that I noticed when I sat in the car is that the dash reads 400 kilometers an hour. That is bonkers, guys. Fucking bonkers. Why is it bonkers? Because back in the day when I was a kid, I remember, not even a kid, like 15 years ago, I just wanted to get in a car and just get in a car, forget about drive it, that read 320 kilometers an hour. So 400 kilometers an hour actually feels like old school Bugatti numbers, which is insane for just a 911. I've been waiting for this for 2 years. So let's jump into the specs of the car real quick. This car's gonna have a flat 6 twin turbo engine that produces 700 horsepower, 690, 700, however you want to read it. That's about 80 more than the last one, the 997 one. Let me tell you a little story about the 997 one. At the same time that I was getting my 4.0, I had the opportunity of buying one of those. I had the chance of buying a black one. That's what she said. And I ended up not getting it because I said, you know what, the 4.0 is just going to be better. It's more raw. It's a naturally aspirated car. Even though this one's faster, I don't think it's going to allow me to drive it as much as I want and then be able to sell it without losing money, if you will, or making some money. And boy, was I fucking wrong. The 2RS went up to $500,000 in today's market on average, while the 4.0 dropped between $300,000 and $400,000. So it's an extremely rare car. It's an extremely collectible car, and it's a car that everyone wants because they're mean fucking cars and they're badass. So that's why I kicked myself in the balls about the 2RS. Love the car, but I'm so excited because this time I'm getting one at sticker. I got my email from Porsche. We're good to go. Another thing about that car, this one's gonna have rear wheel steering. So, you know that helps a lot on the track at high speeds especially. Another great feature of the car here is that they're introducing a lot of aero, especially on the front. If you look at the vents on the front, they're way bigger, and there's more space in between to cool down the brakes and also to bring the nose down when you accelerate. That is a big problem supercars had until now that we found all these new aero bits that help so much around the car in the front. Another thing that they're going to do for the first time in the 911, I think, or at least in recent years, is they're going to offer a YSAC package for us. If you own the YSAC package, that's going to entail $30,000 more out of your pocket. But what does that come with? That means more carbon fiber, 30 kilograms less, which is basically $1,000 per kilo you lose. And most importantly, the magnesium wheels that you find in a 918. Those wheels alone, if you just want to buy those wheels, you're going to spend between $40,000 and $55,000 depending on retail, what finish you want, and all of that stuff. So the package itself is worth it just simply based on the wheels. Also, collectors wise, collectors always want to buy the latest, greatest, and the fastest. So if you get that, that's going to have a better value in the future. I don't give a fuck. I just like how it feels when you drive a lighter car, and those magnesium wheels make a big difference in launch. I'm very excited about mine. I cannot fucking wait to get it. My build is going to be about $380,000. They're saying that there's not going to be a PTS, but if you guys can please, in a very nice way, help me by commenting and tagging Porsche in your comment and say, please make Alejandro an acid yellow GT2 RS, I would really appreciate it. I really want that color in the car. We did the acid green already. Acid yellow is very similar and it looks sick. But if I can do a matte acid yellow, my life would be complete, because this is the car that I've been waiting for 2 years. This is the one car that I want to be perfect for me. With that said, guys, what do you think about the new GT2 RS? Are you excited about it? Are you not? What do you guys think about Porsche's take on how many cars they're gonna make on this run? Are they gonna make 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 and a limited run? Please let me know in the comments down below. Guys, as always, I'm Alejandro. It's been a fucking pleasure, and I do not approve this message. See you later, bitches.